Here's two bear mixers.
Bear mixers!
Yay.
And you. Of course.
Wow, that is really yummy.
Thank you.
So, Natalie, I'm so happy to be sitting here with you today.
Me too.
I want to talk a little bit about how it is that we came to meet each other.
It's a good story.
And I want to invite everyone to join us. I want to invite you to join us on this journey that we're embarking on. Natalie and I have been on a journey together for the past 4 years since we met through Robin Abrams. So here's cheers to Robin Abrams.
Cheers to Robin. Man, I email her like once every 2 months and say thank you to her still, 4 years later. Still, really.
She's amazing. Robin is one of the most amazing people I've ever met in my life. And so let's talk a bit about how Robin is responsible for bringing you and me together. What happened? How did we meet? Tell the story, please.
Well, that's a good story. So, basically, I lived with Robin Abrams' daughter, Libby, was a roommate of mine. And one day, Robin was there hanging out in our kitchen doing a lot of work. She was there for the weekend. She was doing business work. And when we got to sit down, she chatted with me about my business. And I was in a really rough spot because my business partner had kind of left me high and dry. So I was managing a lot of things on my own and I didn't know what to do. And I was really at a point where I had to be honest about it. And I was honest with Robin because I felt like I could be. And the first thing she said to me after she heard my story was, I have the perfect person for you to speak to. Her name is Cheryl Edison. I'm going to put you in contact with her. And that's what she did, and I was so grateful for that. And I sent you an email.
Sent me a great email.
Great email.
Great email.
As you say. And just basically said, this is where I'm at. This is what I need help with. Here's the details about my business in a PowerPoint. And I'm more than happy to talk whenever you're willing to give me some time.
So the thing that was different for me about meeting Natalie that way, well, there's two things, right? One is that Robin Abrams is one of the people in the world that I most admire and respect. Robin was the CEO of a company that hired me to launch a product into Latin America. So I launched Firefly, mobile phone for mobile kids, into Latin America, 15 countries there. And then it was with Robin that we moved on to Europe to launch into Italy and Spain. And so really working with Robin has been one of the most revelatory experiences of my life.
I can imagine.
Well, because she has such a global view, and then she's right down to national, then right down to city, then right down to the one-on-one interaction.
Yeah,
and so working with Robin has been amazing. So when Robin contacted me and said, Cheryl, I would like to introduce you to this gal who's the roommate of Libby, Libby's roommate, Natalie Susie. She's got some little business problem going on. I think you can help her. I thought, okay, here we go. I can't fail. So that's what it was like for me. I could not fail Robin because she had never failed me. I needed to come through for her. And so when I received your email, I was so pleased to see that actually you presented to me what was your business about, where were you stuck, what was going on with you, and you presented it in such a very clear, clean way that I was immediately able to grab a hold of where the stuck places were and to begin working with you from the middle, from the very middle. Because otherwise, I would have had to kind of interview you and find out what was going on, and instead, Natalie was very forthcoming about what her problems were. She talked in that first email about feeling afraid. She talked about not knowing what to do, and these were the situations that were coming into her life, but not wanting to give up the business. So we began to work together. Initially, I thought we would work together, 5-10 hours.
She didn't know I would latch on and never leave.
I had no idea. I thought it would be like 5-10 hours, and we would be done. You would be on to the next place.
No,
That's not what happened.
not the case.
No. So what was it like from your point of view to start working together?
Okay, so I could go on and on about how amazing it was for me, but the really basics were you made me be able to look at business in such a way that I looked at teaching already, where it made sense to me, and there were steps I could take, and there were very clear, systematized things that I could do to get the goal that I wanted. And for business, for me, that was very foreign. I could do that for teaching, I could not do that for business. I had no idea how to do that. So that was what my interaction with you every single time did for me. So in the last 4 years, we started at the basics, and you gave me steps, and I learned from those steps, and I took them in, and we kept moving forward from stuck places, business systematized steps that you taught me, to the next stuck place. And that's sort of what happens in business, right? You get far along and you learn what you can learn, and then you get stuck again, and you need someone else to show you the way again. And so my goal now is that I feel like I've gotten to this point with all of your help that I feel as though I'm at a point where we can work together and use this same system that we've come up with
Yes.
to help everybody else get through that maze, so to speak, that I was in.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I really like the way you explained that, Natalie. Here's the difference for me about working with Natalie. So my business is to provide go-to-market strategy and new business development. And I've done that in 4 continents over the past 20 plus years. And usually I work one-on-one with entrepreneurs who basically already know everything. So that I'm just kind of coming behind, trying to build on what they're already doing and trying not to upset the systems that they already have in place, whether they work or they don't work. And many times the things that people are doing don't really work, but there is an ego investment in continuing to do them that way.
Yeah.
With Natalie, it was very different because we came to each other with this open understanding of finding the best possible systems that would work in situation after situation. And because of Natalie's background as a teacher, we were able to find a way to record those patterns of behavior, patterns of action taking, create principles for them that now become our cupcake method. It's the cupcake method. So basically you can figure out how to do anything in 3 to 5 steps,
Yep.
as long as you look carefully and closely to see what's worked before and set aside those things that don't work. It takes a little letting go of ego, but eventually
100%. Yep. That's what we've done together really well.
that's really what we've done.
Yeah.
And now we've sold our business twice during these 4 periods, this 4-year period of time. And now we are on the eve of signing new documents.
Yeah. Yes. So my company is being sold to an amazing, much larger company called Ultimate Superfoods, and I'm partnering with
Sean Cassard! Sean
president of
Cassard!
Ultimate Superfoods.
He's
So-
great!
Which I'm super excited about. I feel like my baby is going off to college, and it's going to have room to really grow to the extent that I've always thought that it could grow.
That's right. So what was it like for you to enter into the negotiation with Sean and Ultimate Superfoods? What, do you want to say anything about that?
So negotiating for me, I think that I'm good at opening opportunities. Well, this
Very
is what
good.
you've told me. You said you're good at opening
Very
opportunities,
good. Very good.
not so good at closing them.
Closing. Well, yeah, closing
That takes a certain
Not yet.
amount of finesse
Not yet, but
and
soon.
practice.
very soon.
Yeah. So for me, it was this incredible opportunity that I got.
You
offered.
opened a great
I
opportunity.
opened a really incredible
Yes, you did.
opportunity,
Yes, you
and
did.
you were able to help me close the opportunity. And there's a lot of things that we've come to learn through that process.
A lot.
It's a huge process, and the epitome of what somebody that starts a company with a product wants to do. I mean,
Right.
really, most people that start a company with a product want to sell it. That's the 5-year goal, right?
Yeah.
So
many
now
times.
we have these steps that we've done that are really, I could do them again, I could use them for the next product I create, and based on what I've learned in going through the process with you, could get there half the time, probably, in half the time, and know how to close the deal and actually sell the company for what it's worth. Yeah.
So what happens is this. Generally people begin with an idea. And they think, wow, this is a great idea. This is the right time to do it. And I think I know who wants to buy this product, who wants to buy this service. But then somehow between the bright idea and actually taking the product to market, there's a kind of a stuck place that evolves. And that stuck place in which you're creating reliable magic, you're creating the machine of your business. That's the thing that Natalie and I are going to show you through this series of videotapes, through this series of tapings.
Yeah, because what we've learned, and now that I'm talking to you and we're discussing these principles all the time, what you have kind of told me you've seen over and over again is people see some success, but they have no idea how they got there. Or they have very little idea of the steps that they took that were right to help them find that success. So really what we're saying is, we know those steps now.
Right.
You know those steps. You've taught me those steps. And so we're going to help everybody who wants to take a product to market or service to market to create reliable magic. Because a lot of times business owners, even myself, when I've had those experiences of success, I'm like, I don't really know how I got here. It's awesome that I did. I don't know how to recreate it. It's magic. But we're going to help you create reliable magic.
Right,
So
that's it.
So it's awesome and successful every time you try it.
That's right, because you have the pattern and the systems that work. So here's to beer mixers.
Yay.
Here's to paying it forward.
Yes.
To giving and to receiving, even when you're giving. To be receiving when you're giving, and to be giving when you're receiving.
That's right.
And here's to you and your great ideas, and making this year of 2014 the year of love and wealth.
Yay. Cheers.
Cheers.